Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Music Den. I'm your host, Armando Venditti. Hoping you guys are having a good day and that you're looking after yourselves and one another. I've been off for a couple of days because I've been dealing with a bit of vertigo. So I have not been myself the past couple of days. But I'm back now. And in this episode of the Music Den, I'm going to be doing another installment of Album Spotlight. Now, this is on a group, and if my voice gives out, I apologize. This is a group that I have not covered yet on the show, on the channel. Um, the band is Siouxsie and the Banshees, and the album is their 1981 release, Juju. Now, a bit of background. Siouxsie and the Banshees were a band that formed in London in 1976, fronted by one Siouxsie Sue, and I hope I say the last name proper. They were a four-piece band. Um, on this album in particular, you had Siouxsie Sue on lead vocals and guitars, Steve Severin on bass, Budgie on drums, and John McGoach on guitars. As I was saying, Siouxsie and the Banshees were formed in 1976. Um, they were together until 1996. Then they reunited for one time in 2000. Juju is their fourth release, released on June 19th, 1981, through Polydor Records. They would go on to record for Geffen Records in the US. The album was produced by Nigel Gray and the band. The band have been described as post punk, gothic rock, art rock. Dark wave is another term that was used for the band. um, this album in particular, uh, Juju, reached number 7 in the UK charts. Fantastic album. Really great, fantastic album. Unique and for me. Anyway, that's my humble opinion. Um, there were other members, notable members of that passed through the band. Robert Smith, most notably of The Cure, was briefly a member of Siouxsie and the Banshees, but the rumor was that he and Siouxsie did not get along, so he quickly left the band. Um, this album, for me, upon listening to it, you got to understand first. I first heard of Siouxsie and the Banshees from a music show called The New Music, which was a music journalism show, and they were featured around the time at the time of Juju being released, and the video that they showed of Siouxsie and the Banshees was for Spellbound. And when I first saw this video, I was just like, "What the hell is this?" As a kid of 11 years old, you really don't differentiate between music genres. You just know what you find interesting, right? So the the look of Siouxsie and the Banshees, especially Siouxsie Sue. I mean, the black hair, the goth makeup, the black, eye makeup, very distinct, very sharp, very pronounced. I mean, even her lipstick, the way it was applied, very definite outline of her lips in terms of the lipstick application, just very unique style and a very unique look. Um, this album for me, upon listening to it, revisiting it, is quite simply fantastic. Stephen Severin, bass player, had said that once they recorded the album, or sorry, written the songs, 9 songs in total, he realized that without meaning to do it, they recorded a concept album. And upon listening to the album as a whole, he's right. He's right. It's not a concept album in the tradition of Tommy or The Wall or Quadrophenia or Thick as a Brick, but all the songs do have a thread, and basically the songs come across like they were like they happened during a dream cycle, say an 8-hour dream cycle. And all these events happened within these dreams. Okay, just amazing. The lead off track on the album is Spellbound. And it's starts off with, the guitar, very um just very easy chords strumming on the guitar. Then it goes into the drums, very rhythmic, fantastic soaring vocals from Siouxsie Sioux. Great drum work from Budgie on this album. Very percussive. I got to say, Budgie and Stephen Severin as the rhythm section really nail down everything. All the drum tracks, like all the rhythm tracks on this album, they are the two that underpin and keep everything going. So here you have great drum work on it. Great guitar tone. There's on the choruses, John McGoach does an acoustic guitar section, and it's like he's just going to town on the strings, just going to town. And he's very fast, very rhythmic, and it's like I have in my notes here. The chorus section of the track gives me the sense, I should say, that I'm always off balance. And what I mean by that is when you watch the video, she looks like she's spinning around in a state where she's got no control, right? And that's how you feel when you're listening to the track. That's how I visualize it. That's how I remember the video. And there's also two very fantastic percussion breaks in the track. Next track is Into the Light. And this track, again, very nice subtle guitar chords on this, great guitar tone, and great percussion on this track. Arabian Nights is track 3, which was the second single release from the album. Very heavy rhythmic drums. Heavy rhythmic drums on this track. Unique shimmering guitar tone on this track. And there's a very heavy bass passage. I gotta say that again, Stephen Severin's bass work is very pulsating, very rhythmic, and very driving. Just amazing, amazing. Track 4 is Halloween. And again, very eerie track, great throbbing bass, nice guitar chords, fast-paced drum rhythm when the drums come in, and fantastic percussion overdubs. Halloween basically is about a person, in my opinion, is about a person who is looking back on their life and their experiences as a growing up as a kid, adolescence, etc., and just sort of like looking back on their life and sort of reminiscing to themselves about what went on in their life. Track 5 is Monitor. Ends off side 1. Great guitar work, nice bass, again from Stephen Severin. That's basically keeps the track grounded, underpinning the track fantastically. Nice steady drum pattern on this track, and it's basically talking about a performer who's looking back on their life and is wondering, has the better part of her life passed them by. Night Shift, that starts off side 2. It's one of the 2 longest tracks on the album, clocking in at over 6 minutes. Nice bass intro, very macabre quality to this track. Strong vocals again. It has a very unique, haunting guitar tone. What I like about John McGoach's guitar work is he always would try and find different settings, I guess, like guitar settings, in order to do guitar parts. Very eerie sense on this track, just amazing. Track 7 is Sin in My Heart, which is one of the tracks or the only track that features Siouxsie Sioux on guitars along with vocals. Nice bass intro, good steady drum pattern on this track, good pulsating bass line, very fantastic, unique bass playing from Steven Severin. Also, great unique guitar tone again from John McGoach, and Budgie does fantastic percussion overdubs on this track, as he does with every track that he plays on. It is bloody amazing. Track 8 is Head Cut. Again, nice strong bass intro, very rhythmic drum pattern on this track, soaring vocals, and also what I like about what John McGoach does is he does these very short guitar chords, like I call them guitar stabs, almost has a very how can I put this? Almost like a ska kind of a rhythm to the guitar track on this, even before it was even called ska. Last track on the album, very airy feeling, 7 minutes plus, called Voodoo Dolly. Very atmospheric track. Eerie guitar feedback that starts off the track, very brooding, very sort of unsettling. Nice solid bass passages, very tense building atmospheric piece. Again, a lot of use of guitar feedback on this, rhythmic drum passages that build, increase, and comes to a point at a certain part in the track where the drums build up in tempo, they increase in tempo, and the guitars build in intensity. And Siouxsie Sioux does fantastic, haunting guitar vocals, and the bass also builds up in rhythm as well. And everything tends to come to a head, and then the drums slow down in temp and speed, and along with the bass, but the bass is always sort of one step behind on the drums. Fantastic. And the track itself gives you the feeling, is the dream over? Or is this only part one of your experience? So you never really know, right? Again, amazing album. They were a band again that I've not covered on the channel before, and I want to start trying to cover various other genres on the channel that again that haven't been talked about. Siouxsie The Banshees is one band, but please let me know in the comments down below what you think about Siouxsie The Banshees and about this album Juju. Do you know of it? Do you not know of Siouxsie The Banshees? What is your favorite album? What is your favorite track from the band? Do you have other tracks that you like and other albums? Please let me know. That's it for today. Coming up on the channel, I'm going to be doing possibly not this Friday, but next Friday, a show with Ryan Gavalier. We're going to be ranking our John Lennon albums, favorite albums. On Friday, this Friday, I'm going to be taping 2 episodes with Bill Schuster. We're going to be talking about the Rocky Horror Picture Show soundtrack versus Little Shop of Horrors soundtrack, which is the better one. We're also going to be doing an in-depth album discussion on Joe Jackson's Night and Day 2. I'm going to be doing a Who album ranking with Peter Kent on Saturday. Peter Kent from the Lizard King channel. Please check out Peter Kent's channel. He's got some good content on there. So that's it for now. Hopefully you guys are having a good day, and I will see you very soon with another video. So bye for now.